men have estrogen as well, not just women.
Yeah, of course.
Men have estrogen as well, but in little amounts. But estrogens are associated with female characteristics.
Yeah.
And that's why you can see development of breasts.
I've actually met a man once that had breast cancer. A man. And when they have anger issues, it's hormonal.
Okay, so Mex, my love, I want you to tell us about hormones and at stages of women's life. Like,
Okay.
how these hormones evolve. Like,
Okay.
Yeah. How it changes across like different stages, like from puberty.
Okay.
Do little girls have hormones?
Good question. So yes, they do. They do, but everybody has hormones as long as you are born with glands. Just that as you grow older, and now as we are centering our discussion on women's health, as women grow older, the amount in which these hormones are produced increase gradually over time, right? And they get to a point where they peak, and then they begin to reduce until they're almost not there again. So that's usually how it is. So at different stages in a woman's life, the amount of the hormones, how and when they are released, if all things being equal now, no issues, no sickness, nothing, everything is fine. It differs from stage to stage. So for premenarche,
what is menarche, guys? I want you to say it off the top of your head without, checking your Google, checking ChatGPT, or going back to listen to the previous episode. What is menarche?
What is menarche? And they know.
Anyways, menarche. What's menarche?
So menarche is basically when a woman or a girl begins her reproductive cycle.
Yeah.
So premenarche, that's when a young girl has not gotten to that age of menarche, which usually, like we said in the last episode, is between 9 to 13, and on the average is 12 years old. Yeah. So when a girl has not gotten to that level before she starts her period, and the thing is, menarche is when she starts the period, but that's not when the reproductive cycle happens.
No, you said it's last episode.
Because for a girl to have seen her period, she must have ovulated. The funny thing is that I was following a company that does that does NGO stuff in the northern part of Nigeria, trying to rescue girls, especially those that have vesicovaginal and rectovaginal fistulas. They were trying to salvage the situation for them. And then when they were interviewing some of these girls, they realized that some of them got pregnant before they saw their periods.
Come again?
They got pregnant before they saw their periods because
they
had been having sex long before they started their reproductive cycle. So when they ovulated for the first time, it met pregnancy. So a girl is a mother and she doesn't even know what it feels like to menstruate. That's how bad it is.
How old were they when they were having sex?
9, 8. We're talking about rape at this point.
Jesus.
We're talking about point blank sexual assault, sexual abuse, and full-blown rape. Anyway, as we're talking, we're still trying to do hormones. You know how this seems to do us, Franca, but let's just try. It's hard, but we'll try. So yeah, some of them were literally pregnant without having seen their periods. So somebody was like, it's not possible. How will a girl that has not started seeing her period get pregnant? Duh. For you to see your period, you must have ovulated, darling. And then, before it gets to the point of period, as a girl's first ovulation, fertilization occurs, she goes through pregnancy, gives birth. That can't be good. That can't be good. Anyway, so usually at that pre-menarche stage, most of the hormonal activity we see are basically released from the brain. And that's the brain, two major ones, the pituitary gland and the hypothalamus, and the adrenal glands. That's why there's a lot of activity. That's why there's children want to play, they want to be daring. If you have a toddler, you know what I mean. They want to do everything just to have themselves. Like that thing that is there, it looks like poison. Let me go and drink it.
I think it's said they are constantly trying to unalive themselves.
So mainly the adrenal glands at the brain, that's like where a lot of hormonal activity happens. And then at menarche is when progesterone and estrogen begins to rise. Okay. And then that's what now initiates the menstrual cycle. So when the menstrual cycle now begins and they've now entered into their proper reproductive age or their proper reproductive period, then we now begin to have these hormones being released, varying aspects of the period of the cycle, just as we've explained in the period and the cycle episode. Please make reference. We love you. So we don't make this too
Yeah,
long.
please go back to it.
Then when we now get to pregnancy,
I think everything is just,
it just has to be there, because
just has to be there.
right now we
Pregnancy.
have to make sure that this pregnancy works and it gets to full term.
You need
we need progesterone,
you need
we need
everything
estrogen,
in
we
the
need
right amount.
all these hormones. We need HCG. HCG is human
No, human chorionic
gonadotropin. You know that I can spell it, but I cannot pronounce it.
like the one we were talking about. What's that one? The ovulation pain.
I think it's a German.
Yeah, it's German.
I think if you give me pen and paper, I can spell it, but I can't pronounce it. Anyway, we'll put the hormones here we're talking about, so you can see them. So HCG is what is released when a woman first gets pregnant, and that's what people see on your PT strip. So when you check a PT strip and you see 2 lines, you're like, oh my god, I'm having a baby. That's the HCG that's released, right?
It was HCG that was detected in the urine.
In the urine. And then prolactin as well, like I said. It starts prolactin does not start to secrete when a woman is breastfeeding. It begins when she's pregnant and prepares the body for, breastfeeding and the rest of them. So when a woman is pregnant, all hands on deck. Everybody is working.
Yes, and in men, your pregnant wife, if you're listening on behalf of your pregnant wife, this is when she needs that 2 million naira she asked you about.
Please.
This is when she needs
just
that
do the transfer. Don't ask that question.
This is when she needs, because all the hormones needs to be intact. You've seen the importance of the hormones.
Everything is firing.
This is when she needs that boat cruise, that Range Rover, that
Come on, that spa thing,
that massage.
Just in case you are listening, my husband, you know what to do. So yeah, that's basically when most of the time when a woman is pregnant, everything is in full blast, right? To keep mother, to keep baby, make sure pregnancy is going well, make sure everything is fine. So obviously, why that has the good parts, it also has the side effects. Hormones are drugs. That's one thing you need to know. Like I said, we have synthetic. They are chemicals, literally. They are drugs. We have synthetic versions that people take, like hormonal replacement therapy. We have, people that take various hormones when they are when they have to replace them, basically. So when these hormones are now at a very high level, when something like pregnancy is going on, so much is happening in the body at that particular point in time. A lot is happening. So we have things like mood changes, mood swings. The body just reacts to things definitely. You are just tired. Oh Lord, I can't forget what happened when I was pregnant. My husband and I were going to, I think we're traveling to Birmingham, we're traveling to another city. So we're both not used to the train.
Oh, I know this story.
And then everything was just upside down. I think we went to the wrong platform. We found out it was not the right train. I think I was about 7 or 8 months pregnant. My back was gone. Like my back, I borrowed it to somebody else. I did not know the owner of the back because that cannot be my back and be like that. My legs, I had this sciatica pain. I think all throughout my second trimester. All those things as well as our hormones, all throughout my second trimester, and then I think the beginning part of my third trimester. So I was still suffering sciatica where I was almost limping while I was working. So back pain, limping, you are breathless. Your pregnancy literally displaces your organs.
Exactly.
Like your lungs are not where they are supposed to be again. They are somewhere else. So I'm breathing as I'm having this conversation. I don't have to labor. But when you are, especially when you are close to delivery, something is in your front, you can't turn, sleeping. Let's not go there. This is not pregnancy episode, because if I start
we'll get there.
Talk,
we'll get there. Tell us your story.
Anyway, so we got to a wrong platform, and I could tell because I told my husband, I said, I don't think it's this way, but now he was trying to form. Don't worry, I can navigate. It's the right place.
Okay.
And I think I saw a sign that said to another person, no, babe, it's not this place. He said, okay, when we get there, my mind, do you realize you're working with a heavily pregnant woman that you think I'm just here to top me and report? So we got to the platform, and then we saw a different train, and then we asked somebody, and they said, no, you have to go to the other side. my darling brothers and sisters, I just sat on the floor and I burst out crying full blown in a trace. Everybody was, I was wailing. My mother was confused. The young man didn't know what to do. She didn't console me. She didn't shield me. She didn't run because I just, it was a full
crying on the
meltdown. If you know how these trains work, not at the platform side, at the other side, I just sat on the floor with my clothes and I was just crying. Later when I was thinking about it, I was like, why did I do that? But at that point, my body was like, you know what?
Just
give
sit
up
down.
and cry.
Sit
Just
down.
cry. Sit down. That's the only thing that can make you function. Just burst cry. And I cried. My mother was so confused. I was like, sorry now. I didn't know what to do. He was like, should I go here? Should I get you something? I'm like, after I cried, I just got up. Yeah.
What were people saying around you?
They were confused. Everybody was like, what's going on? Like, and my mother was trying to stay close enough to me to support me and stay far enough so that people would not think that it was what I was doing. Bless him. Oh God, it was not nice at all. But that's what pregnancy does to you, fam. Like the hormones, chai. And it's not just because it's how you are feeling at that moment.
It's not just pregnancy.
It shouldn't be. It's funny now, but it shouldn't be something that should be dismissed and say, oh, it's just one dramatic pregnant woman. No, it's a human in distress, a woman in distress. This person is currently having a distressing moment. A lot is happening to them. The best you can do is show your support and not dismiss how that person is feeling in that moment. Oh, she's always crying when she's pregnant. You think she just wants to be? Is she a bush baby?
Oh my God, stop it! Stop it!
Because is she a bush baby? She doesn't want to just. It's not as if I just want to just be crying. As if at work, I would just. Okay, should I give her that? I don't know. That story. Sorry that we are going all out. Still on the bones firing. So something happened at work. I don't want to give too much details, but it was an issue that came up before. I spoke to my manager about it and everything had been resolved. I thought it was. And then the issue came up again. Do you understand? And this time it happened in the entrance of the ward. Patients passed there, staff passed there, everybody passed there. And then when the thing happened, when the person that I had the altercation with hit me with what happened, it was very, very hurtful and painful. The only thing in my head right now was wail, cry, sit on the floor. But I was in my uniform. I'm a professional in a professional setting. Patients are around. My colleagues are everywhere. So I tried not to. Right? And it was so bad that I was frozen where I was and I couldn't move. So I just stood there and I was just trying to. And then the worst thing happened. A colleague came, noticed me, and asked me that question. And then okay? What happened? And that was where I lost it. She was scared. What did I release? Funny enough, at that moment when I was crying, my manager walked into the office and she was scared because and you know that the thing was, when she heard what happened, she was like, is that why you are crying? She had to come up with a solution for me that, okay, you know what? They changed my entire working hours just based on that experience. I was started coming to work significantly later than I should come to work. They said, no, don't worry, resume late. We'll give you handover. Don't cry.
And you were not doing it intentionally.
Why would I? Because if somebody even if I want to cry,
you tell myself, why did I embarrass myself?
I had to come home and say, I did something, I feel bad. But you can't control it, you can't help it. That's my point. It's not just we're not just taking advantage of hormones. It's not just hormones. It is distress. Your hormones are, in a particular way or acting in a particular way that causes you literal distress, mental stress.
So you need to be in that optimal state of mind,
you need to have support. I can never
that optimal state of health. You need to make sure everything is optimized for you to be sane.
So guys, there's a lot about pregnancy. We're going to definitely get into.
So what postpartum?
Different pregnancy.
How does your hormone happen?
So postpartum is just, oh God.
That's
So
postpartum, like after
after
pregnancy.
pregnancy. So basically what happens is, like I said, hormones, in pregnancy, everybody is at work, the party is going on, estrogen is pumping, and progesterone, everybody is giving their all. And then baby comes and they're like, oh, baby is here. All right, guys, it was a good run. Thank you very much. And they sign out and they leave you alone.
I enjoy.
High and dry. Everybody just leaves, and then you are like, what next? And then low mood. A lot of people have postpartum depression is more common than you think.
Okay.
When a woman just gives birth, because I think I need to throw this here. When a woman gives birth, try as much as possible to give her enough attention and space. Don't be intrusive. Don't ask her too many personal questions.
Honestly.
Try to do things around her and not to ask her if she's fine, but not in a way of probing. Just making sure you're okay. What do you need? Those are the questions you need to ask. What do you need? And don't be persuasive. If a woman keeps her baby in the room and you come to see her, stop saying, where's the baby? Ask, how is the baby? Hope the baby is doing well. Oh, baby is fine, thank God. How are you doing? Do you need help with anything? We brought this. Keep your visits short and brief.
Actually.
Even if you're a
Let
family,
them rest.
let them they need that rest, but don't isolate them. Let them know you are there for them. If you are a very close family member who have the access to help around, you come, you see her, you greet her, give her, my friend, Martha, if you are watching this, I love you so much. She got a gift for the baby. And then she got me a sleep kit because she knows that, babe, it's not easy to sleep when you have a new baby, but when you get the opportunity to sleep, she thought about it, thoughtful girl.
Okay, hello, Martha.
I love you. You know, I love you. You know, I love you.
Thank you, Martha.
She got a sleep kit that had a eye mask. It has like a sprint that you can spray on your pillow that has lavender, rosemary scent. She got me hand cream. She got me like body butter. Even the set has a body wash. Like so relaxing. Once you bathe with it. So on the days when my mom was like, go and rest. While being a new mom is not easy to rest, but just it had like this oil perfume that you just put around your body. The smells that come from it. In 10 minutes, I was on my way. I will sleep for hours. That was a very thoughtful gift. So guys, if you have friends that just give birth, postpartum is a very hard time.
Honestly.
A lot are happening at the same time. Like it's like you just came out of a very, very traumatic experience. No matter how you had your baby, if you had cesarean, just had a major operation, if you had a SVD, spontaneous vaginal delivery, you just had one of the most traumatic experiences known to man. Google it. An experience that has been equated to breaking 20 bones at the same time. Anybody that breaks 20 bones at the same time needs to have at least a month of rest. But guess what? You don't. Anybody that had a major surgery needs to at least have a good ample amount of time to recover from surgery. But darling, you don't. From the night I had my baby, you start caring for, what's the night? From the minute you have that child, you start caring for that baby, you start putting the baby to breast. So much are happening at the same time. Especially when you're a new mom. You switch from pregnant woman to mother. Your baby's cries are piercing into your ears. Everybody expects you to be affectionate towards this child. But sister, we just met. I don't know you like that. Why are you obsessed with me? Do you get? It's a lot. You said?
Women, why are these hormones just very particular about you bringing babies into the world? Because same thing happens during menstrual cycle.
Yeah.
When fertilization does not occur,
everything is.
They just leave you and then everything plunge.
I think that's
same thing as postpartum. When you finally get pregnant and then you deliver the baby,
they move out.
They are gone.
I think that's
until the next time.
That's basically because that's the way the world runs.
To sustain life.
That's how we are here. That's how everything is here. Because if that is not happening, a lot of people will not want to have children. Do you understand? You know, there's something called the itch, where once a woman's child is within the range of 12 months to 18 months, all of a sudden your brain is like, get pregnant again. You start having baby fever. My baby just clocked 1 year. I think the Sunday she was in her 1 year birthday. A lady was dedicating her birthday in church that Sunday. And then she brought this tiny baby, 3 months old, that still had that baby smell. There was a time when my baby was this tiny and she was so, those.
So you want to
I said, I prayed the itch. Let's not go there. Let's not talk so much. But it started coming and I'm like, okay, if I get pregnant now, in 9 months time, my baby will I be able to cope? Is pregnancy it started coming, and I'm like, okay,
So we have
why?
built like
That's all like
the
your
hormones
body is trying to, the hormones are just working towards filling this world with people. And it is
be
through the
fruitful
woman
and
and
multiply.
multiply. So at the end
The
of the day, I
Bible
feel like
said
it's
it though.
nature.
It's nature.
So yeah, we just need to learn how to live and understand that it's the way the body works. It's not you. Okay? It's the way your body works. And if your hormones make you act out or do certain things that you know that these are not necessarily your character, while you can take charge and do certain things, we'll get there on how to like, function properly, regardless of how your hormones decide to misfire, and how to naturally ensure that your body tries to keep that balance in a normal level to make everything function properly, right? It's still it's still it's still there, and you shouldn't be dismissed, or you shouldn't feel guilty if
About
once in a
it.
while you do certain things that may feel a bit out of line. Yeah.
Okay. This
So
one final stage, premenopause and menopause
oh
and
Jesus.
postmenopause. What does it look like hormonally for women? That stage.
So for perimenopause, the hormones begin to misfire
Perimenopause is around
around
menopause.
the
And we've spoken about
menopause.
menopause briefly
Yes,
in the
and we're
previous
still going
episode.
to. I feel like it
Yeah, it
deserves
deserves its
its own
own.
time,
Yeah.
because a lot of women go through menopause, and a lot of women
A
don't
lot of women,
even
all
know.
women will go through
All
menopause.
women will go through menopause, and a lot of women don't even know that you know they are going through that. Like Franca said, I think it was the pilot episode when your mom was saying that, oh,
Stop bringing my mom into
sorry,
this.
when a beautiful lady said that she didn't feel anything. Menopause was a breeze. Her period just stopped. And I started asking her the symptoms. I was like, that happened. That was that menopause. Actually, you understand. And that is the story of almost every woman, especially people like the marginalized
They don't know.
areas.
Oh, there's this popular celebrity. Oh God, please let me remember her name. She was with Adam Sandler's in Blended.
Yeah.
That woman. She had, oh my God, what's her name? I can't remember. But then she had it on stage. Her first hot flash on stage with Rachel from
Friends.
Friends.
Yeah.
On like during an interview, she was like, "I think I am having my first hot flash," and then she was doing like this on stage. But then, thank God for the interviewer and the people around her that were just so supportive and smart, and they just made it into a comedic thing. But she had it on set, first
People
hot
have
flash.
sleep
She was
issues.
doing like
A
this.
lot of women have sleep issues where they can't even sleep, because hormones are very, very, very important in sleep regulation. We have a lot of hormones that support for or against sleep. And when your hormones are imbalanced during perimenopausal period, it's not just reproductive health hormones that are directly involved in reproductive health. It's all the hormones basically in the body, because your brain is literally trying to shut down an entire system. No offense.
So what?
So it takes a lot to shut down an entire system.
So what to do during those phases?
So
Actually,
what to do? Like I said, we'll give it its own time.
actually,
But for if you have women within that age range, 45, going to have moms, aunties within that period, give them grace, right? And if they are open to talk about if it's your mom, mommy, have you? Some people don't even know when their mothers enter menopause, and that is the time when they need support. We are in a country where hormonal replacement therapy for women going through difficult periods in menopause is a norm. I was seeing which day on my hospital streets support group for perimenopausal staff members. I'm like, what?
that's
That's
beautiful.
beautiful. And that's what we should strive for, especially in marginalized areas. You understand? If we cannot get to the point where the government is doing, let's in our own community have support groups for women. In a church, let there be initiatives of all the women that are going through perimenopause in this church. Let's come together. How are
Let's
you
talk about
feeling?
this. What's
Let's
going
talk about it.
on? How
How
are
do
you
you
coping? How
feel?
do you
How are you
manage
coping?
yours? Share insights, things like
And
that.
men too. Recently, I was having a discussion with certain people, and then they were talking about how a lot of married women who, one of the things that happens in perimenopause is that your sex drive usually dies.
Yes, and
It's almost not there. You don't want to think about sex, because your body's idea for a woman is sex is for you to bring children into this world. So now you are no longer bringing these children into this world. Why you want them again?
why do you want to
Why?
have sex? Why you want to get?
And then you are married to a partner that still wants to.
So it's
Even men,
dicey.
husbands need to be
So that's why
educated.
men need to understand this thing that she's
Please.
not trying
She's
to. She's
not
not being
pushing you
wicked.
away.
She's
She's not
not
being
pushing.
wicked. It is what her body needs right now. And the thing about perimenopausal is that when you get to postmenopause, it's somewhat easier for most people. because your body now acclimatizes to the new order of things and you can now relax. But for those few years when perimenopause, menopause, and the initial few years postmenopausal is difficult. So you just need the right support. Do you know what hot flushes feel like? You just want to. There was a lady in the cold, like it was a cold night, and she's bald. So it was easy to see. I saw this video online. I'm sure a lot of people saw it. She was having hot flushes. And because of the cold weather and the fact that she was bald, the kind of hot flushes were, she not on red, steam was coming out of her bald head. Life. Steam. Literal steam.
So extreme temperatures at
Heat
the same
each other.
time.
That was exactly what was happening.
Oh my
She was
God.
steaming from her bald head. Everybody around her was scared. And then she was like, oh, she's having a hot flush. That's why that's happening.
Lord.
So you can imagine how hot people wake up in the morning and they are soaked in their own sweat because of hot flushes. Some women go days without sleeping.
And then this vaginal dryness as well.
And then you are that particular person is trying to have sex.
And you're
It's
trying
not
to
the
have
kind of
sex.
it's not the kind of
It's
sex that
sore.
it's not the kind of when we say vaginal dryness, we don't mean labia dryness.
We don't mean the
We
outside.
mean the inside is
Vagina
dry.
is the inside. The canal is dry.
It's dry. There's no secretion at all. For
Ideally,
some
there are
people,
vaginal secretions that lubricate during your
during
reproductive years.
normal menstrual cycle, and even when a person is not completely aroused, you get inside the vaginal wall. Usually, there are still
There's still
secretions,
secretions there.
that clean the vagina day in day out. So even if penetration might be a bit difficult, when it gets into the vagina, usually lubrication helps it to get better. But imagine your entire vaginal canal is dry.
It's getting dry.
That's where painful sexual intercourse comes.
So that's why education is very important, because
It's
there are
too
ways
much.
to curb this.
You see why we are
ways
having
to,
these conversations?
There are ways to curb this.
So much about women
It's not
health
like
that
they're
people are
doomed.
completely ignorant about. It's not right.
Women are not doomed at this
No.
phase. No, there are things to curb it, but they first need to know what is
What is
going
wrong?
on.
They
that
just
is
need
why
that
we are doing
validation that
this.
you are not stupid, that you are not mad. Something very serious. Your body is shutting down an entire system.
And I think that's why that support group is very important.
Very important.
Women won't talk about
they
these
won't
things.
talk about it, but when you get somebody that is stimulating you to talk about this,
That's why we need to do better with our moms. Like,
even if we might not have gotten to the point where hormonal replacement therapy becomes as mainstream as it is in the Western world, we'll get there. But then there are some women that need HRT, and HRT is expensive.
oh, that's hormonal replacement therapy.
And it's expensive. But we can have charities that can support women. It is not, it's just a hormonal replacement therapy. She'll be fine. It's a life-saving treatment, because people usually go into full-blown meltdowns because menopause is literally taking them through the trenches. Those people need help. They need life-saving care. That's what HRT is. When we talk about life-saving gynecology, when we talk about life-saving care for women, these are what life-saving care for women are. Proper, knowledge and support for women at different areas of their reproductive cycles and different phases of their reproductive cycle, from menarche to pregnancy to postpartum to breastfeeding to TTC, trying to conceive. We need these supports. We need also, and we are women. We are more than 50% of the population. We will do this support for ourselves. We don't need any other person to do it for us. We want women as professionals to rise up to the challenge and help ourselves. That's why we are here, and that's why you are listening, and that's why I want you to be a part of the fold.
Yeah, provoking something in you.
Yeah.